Hello everyone, and welcome to EMA English Daily, where every conversation helps you learn English naturally. I'm Ema, and I'm feeling great today because the weather is beautiful and the sun is shining. Upload new videos every week to help you improve your English speaking, listening, and vocabulary in simple ways.
And I'm Jack. I'm excited today because something interesting happened to me last week at my favorite coffee shop.
Oh, really? You look very happy. Tell us what happened, Jack.
Well, I wanted to practice my English, so I used the introduction we learned in our last episode. I said to the barista, "Hello, my name is Jack, and I'm originally from Poland." She smiled warmly and asked me, "Oh, really? Which city are you from?"
That's wonderful. She continued the conversation with you. And that means your English worked perfectly in a real situation.
Exactly. I told her I was from Krakow, and then she said she had a friend from there. We talked together for almost 5 minutes, and honestly, I felt so proud of myself because it was my first natural conversation with a stranger in English. V.
That is amazing, Jack. Real conversations help you grow fast, and confidence becomes stronger every time you speak.
Yes, but at the end I had a small problem. I wanted to ask her, "Where are you from?" But suddenly my brain got confused. I didn't know if it was "where are you from" or "where you are from." So I became nervous, smiled, and left without asking.
That happens to many English learners. Answering questions is usually easier, but asking questions correctly can feel much harder. And that is exactly what today's lesson is about: how to ask questions in English naturally and correctly.
Perfect. Because I really need this lesson. Sometimes I know the words, but I don't know the correct order.
Don't worry. Today we'll practice the most important question words in English: what, where, when, who, why, and how. These are the magic words that help us start conversations and connect with people everywhere.
I like that. The magic words. They are simple, but they are powerful because almost every conversation begins with one of them.
Exactly. What is for things and actions, like what do you eat? Where is for places, like where do you live? When is for time? Who is for people? Why is for reasons? And how is for feelings? Situations or methods.
So basically, if I learn these 6 words well, I can ask almost any question in English. That sounds very useful for daily conversations.
Yes, and there is also a simple pattern that makes questions easier. Usually we use question word, then do or does, then the subject, and finally the verb. For example, where do you live? Or what does she like?
Ah, now I understand better. We use do with I, you, we, and they, but we use does with he, she, and it. So we say, "Where does she work?" not "Where does she work?"
Exactly. We say where does she live? Because with he, she, and it, we always use does.
Right. So we say, "When does he start work?" not "When do he start work?" I think I'm finally remembering this rule.
Perfect, Jack. Now let's practice with a funny example. Why does Max sleep so much?
Max is my dog, and honestly, I ask him that question every single day, but he never answers me.
Maybe he is too busy sleeping. Okay, Jack, now I'll give you some broken questions, and you fix them correctly.
Challenge accepted. I'm ready.
First one, where you live.
Where do you live?
Excellent. Next one, what she eat for breakfast.
What does she eat for breakfast?
Very good. Next, when will they wake up?
When do they wake up?
Beautiful. Last one, who he work with.
Who does he work with?
Perfect. You are doing great now. The rule is becoming natural for you.
Yes, I can feel it now. Do goes with I, you, we, and they. Does goes with he, she, and it.
Exactly. That is our first question pattern. Question word, then do or does, then the subject, and finally the verb.
Simple and clear. But you said there is another pattern too, right?
Yes, and this one is even easier. We use the question word plus is or are when the answer uses the verb be.
So no do or does this time.
Exactly. For example, what is your name or where is the station?
Ah, now I understand. We don't say, what is your name? We say, what is your name? Because the answer is, my name is Jack.
Perfect explanation, Jack. Let's try more examples. Who is she? How is your day and why are you happy?
Okay, let me try one. What is your favorite food? Okay, let me try one. What is your favorite food?
That sounds very natural. Great job. So now we have two simple patterns that help us ask most daily questions in English.
6 magic words and 2 easy formulas. English questions already feel less scary.
Good, because now we will practice 6 important questions that people use almost every day in real conversations.
I need these. Give me all 6.
Question 1. What do you do? This usually means, what is your job?
Oh, so it doesn't mean, what are you doing right now? It asks about work or profession.
Exactly. For example, I'm a teacher or I'm a designer.
Okay, next one.
Where are you from? A very common questions when meeting someone new.
Easy. I'm originally from Poland.
Perfect. Question 3. How are you?
Most people say, I'm fine, thank you. But that sounds a little short sometimes.
Right. A better answer is, I'm good, and you? Because it keeps the conversation going naturally.
I like that. Small words can make conversations feel warmer and friendlier.
Exactly. Question 4. What time is it? Very useful when speaking to strangers politely.
Like, excuse me, what time is it? That sounds natural and respectful.
Perfect. Question 5. Where do you live? And question 6. What do you like?
That last question is great because people love talking about things they enjoy.
Exactly. Now let's do a quick practice interview. Ask me all 6 questions one by one.
Okay, first question. What do you do, Emma?
I'm an English teacher, and I love helping people speak with confidence.
Second question. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Poland.
Third question. How are you today?
I'm wonderful today. Thank you for asking.
Fourth question. What time is it?
It's the perfect time to learn English.
That sounds nice, but it's not a real answer.
Okay, it's around 10 in the morning.
Question 5. Where do you live?
I live in a cozy apartment in the city, and I really enjoy the atmosphere there.
And final question. What do you like?
I like teaching, reading books, and drinking a warm cup of tea in the morning while the world is still quiet.
Wow, now I feel like I know you much better. Questions really help people connect.
Exactly, Jack. Good questions create real conversations. Now let's finish with one final activity, a mini interview.
A mini interview? I'm ready. Today I become Jack the journalist.
I love that. Your job is simple. Ask me one question with each magic word.
All right. First question. What is your favorite thing about teaching English?
My favorite moment is when students suddenly understand something for the first time. Their faces light up and they say, "Oh, now I get it." That feeling makes me very happy.
Second question. Where do you go when you want to relax and clear your mind?
I usually go for a quiet walk outside. I leave my phone behind, breathe slowly, and enjoy the peaceful feeling around me.
Third question. When did you start teaching English?
I started teaching about 8 years ago. At first, I was very nervous standing in front of students. But after a short time, I realized I truly loved helping people learn.
Wait, I noticed something interesting. This time I said, when did you start? Not when do you start?
Very good, Jack. You're paying attention carefully now. We use did when we talk about the past. So when did you start? Asks about a past time in someone's life.
So when do you start is present time, but when did you start teaching is past time. Same question word, different helper verb.
Exactly. You are making excellent connections now, and that's how real learning happens.
Okay, let's continue the interview. Fourth question, who is your best friend?
My best friend is someone I met at university many years ago. We live in different cities now, but we still talk every week and support each other through everything.
That's really nice. True friendship stays strong even when people live far apart.
Very true, Jack. Good friends always find time for each other.
Fifth question, why do you love English so much?
Because English connects people from all around the world. Through English, you can understand movies, music, books, and different cultures. It feels like a key that opens many new doors in life.
Wow, that answer sounds beautiful and inspiring.
Thank you, Jack. Now give me your final question.
All right, last question. How do you stay so calm all the time?
Softly. I think it's because I remember that everyone is learning and everyone is trying their best. Nobody is perfect, and tryings is already something wonderful.
That sounds very wise. I think many learners need to hear that.
Thank you, Jack. Now it's my turn to ask you a few questions.
Okay, I'm ready this time.
What is one thing you really want to learn this year?
I want to speak English naturally without stopping to think too much. I want conversations to feel easy and smooth, without nervous moments like the one at the coffee shop.
That is a wonderful goal, and honestly, you are already improving step by step.
Thank you, Emma. That means a lot to me.
And my final question for you is this: why do you love learning English?
Because English gives me freedom. I want to travel, meet new people, understand different cultures, and speak confidently wherever I go. English helps me feel connected to the world.
That was a perfect answer, Jack. Very honest and very natural.
Thank you. I think today's lesson really helped me feel more confident with questions.
Good. So before we finish, let's quickly review everything we learned today.
Yes, review time. First, the 6 magic words: what, where, when, who, why, and how.
Exactly. What is for things and actions, where is for places, when is for time, who is for people, why is for reasons, and how is for methods, feelings, or situations.
Then we learn the 2 main question patterns. Pattern 1 uses do or does, like what do you eat or where does she live?
And pattern 2 uses is or are, like what is your name or how are you today?
We also learned important daily questions like what do you do? Where are you from? And what do you like?
And don't forget the bonus grammar point. We use did for past questions, like when did you start?
I think my brain is finally organizing all these question patterns correctly now.
That's wonderful. And remember something important. Questions are not only grammar. Questions are a way to connect with people and show interest in their lives.
Yes. When you ask someone a question, you are saying, I care about you and I want to know more about you. That makes conversations warmer and more meaningful.
Exactly. So use questions often and don't be afraid to make mistakes while learning.
All right, everyone. That's all for today's episode of EMA English Daily. Thank you so much for listening and practicing English with us.
And if you enjoyed today's lesson, please subscribe to EMA English Daily and give this episode a like. so we can help even more English learners around the world. And if you enjoyed today's lesson, please subscribe to EMA English Daily and give this episode a like so we can help even more English learners around the world.
Also, share this episode with a friend who wants to improve their English speaking skills.
And before you go, we have one final question for you. What is one question you want to ask in English?
Write your question in the comments using one of our 6 magic words: what, where, when, who, why, or how.
We would love to read your questions and practice together with you.
See you next time, everyone. Keep speaking, keep asking questions, and keep practicing your English every single day.
Bye, everyone. Take care and keep learning naturally.